Hey guys, so happy you could join me again today. I know my last video was kind of a train wreck, but I did it anyways. Uh, as usual, I think my last video I did on the new year, and this video I'm doing on another important day in the US, so we'll see how today goes. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. Although I care about it, I have other things on my mind today. So, yeah, let's dive in. I kind of made some notes on Word on my computer so that I could kind of keep on my goals here. This time I'm not editing before I upload it. I'm just uploading it like it is. Like I said, last one was a train wreck. None of these videos are great, but here we are. So this year I've been really trying to work on my energy and my, well, not energy. I've been trying to work on myself. After the events that happened that I alluded to in the last video, I've kind of really been searching myself and trying to figure out how to be a better me and kind of try to figure out what makes me tick and what habits and all of that are, hurting myself and the ones closest to me. And yeah, so without further ado, here we go. Well, so far this year, I've kind of started journaling and a little bit, two types of journaling. I'm doing just regular like feelings journaling, and then I'm doing a point journal for every day, which both are very helpful. Before, when I was journaling, I would journal in these and I'd like do 20 or 30 pages of just like rambling emotions and all that stuff, which helped a lot. But it was kind of overwhelming too, because I'd like spend hours just pouring out all these emotions and stuff. Whereas now I'm like trying to like whatever's on my mind, just address it and then kind of move on with my day. It's not as overwhelming. It's way easier. So yeah, we'll see how that works moving forward. But yeah, I got this book so that I could actually, kind of on my daily write down everything that I need to do, kind of cross it off and move forward. I wrote down my New Year's suggestions and kind of goals that I want to accomplish. I wouldn't call it a resolution. I just don't stick to anything that well. So I was like, well, let me write down things that I kind of want to see done this year, and and the beginning of it, I wrote, creating is worth it, failing is worth it, being imperfect is okay, roll with it, live life bigger in 21. And then I just kind of, and I'm working on, like, this is my New Year suggestions. And so I already got one thing crossed off, so that helps. It helps to kind of see what you're moving through, And then daily, like, I didn't realize that I kind of do so much on a daily basis. I mean, it's just little things, and I do write down kind of everything so that I can be like, oh yeah, that's where my time went. So we'll see how it works moving forward. Again, I don't really stick to anything that well, so I was like, well, let's try this. Let's just buy a cheap journal from Office Max and then see if it works out for me. So that's that. And so far, it is kind of validating about my time, because even though I waste so much time, I like hate to waste time. And it's like counterintuitive, but that's just me. And I got to be okay with it and maybe try to work through it. Anyways, I've wasted plenty of time talking about all this other stuff. I kind of want to get into the meat of where I'm at. So I actually did an internet search for audiobooks about low energy because I can never seem to find the energy to do the stuff that I want to do, like really want to do. And I'm always just, doing the things that I have to, and then I just kind of shut down for the rest of the day, and I hate it. One thing I heard a couple of people say is that, like, your willpower for a day is limited. You only have so much. So you want to make sure to get the things that you care about done first before you run out of that willpower. At work, I feel like I'm really productive and I get a lot done, and like I'm at work for about 13 or 14 hours a day on my days on, which I work 7 on, 7 off. So it's pretty demanding. So after I'm done with my work week, I get home and I'm just beat. I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to care about anything else. I already expended a ton of energy at work that week, dealing with the BS and everything else that comes along with the job. So anyway, as I was saying, I searched audiobooks about low energy and I came across 20 books every man should read in 2020 to jumpstart his growth. And I was like, okay, well, that's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I'll bite. So I listened to the first book, which is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, and I recommend all of these books. They're extraordinarily good, and I want to re-listen to them and actually kind of dig deeper into them moving forward. But my thing is I listen to these audiobooks and I play Sudoku, and it's kind of really peaceful. So yeah, that's how I've been doing, and I just am relating with a lot of the stuff that the books are talking about, and really considering how to apply some of the things that they're talking about. And moving forward, I would like to try to do that. But anyways, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. It's a very good book on learning how to effectively negotiate in all circumstances, which I'm not very good with. Firstly, saying what I need or want, and secondly, negotiate it. Like, I am not a negotiator. I don't want to negotiate. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to, if I have to talk about it, then I will. But I'm not really great with actually negotiate, getting the things that I need and want. But it's a very good book. Highly recommend it. The second excuse me, the second book is The Power of the Other by Henry Cloud. And that really opened my eyes that I need to be a part of a community outside of work. I enjoy spending time by myself, but I think it would be good for me to actually get involved with a group or someone, and preferably a group of people outside of work, so that I can actually work through some of this stuff that I'm going through. And then the third book, which really was the most impactful out of all of these 3 books, was No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover. And I'm just going to read through these notes real quick. Help me see and identify bad habits that I need to change. Also open my eyes to the fact that I can't move forward as a solo player. Help me to understand the several aspects of my poor communication and expectations. Help to understand clear boundaries and help to show how to care for self and put more value on personal desires, which I feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm already a pretty self-motivated person, and I don't love it, but it's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hoping that I can actually, again, I want to connect to some kind of support group or something to help me actually grow and work through some of these things, because a lot of the stuff in No More Mr. Nice Guy really applies to me, and it gives me hope that I can change things, but then again, you can't change things by yourself and on your own. In my personal experience, I can't see the ways that I'm changing, on a daily molecular level. I just can't see that. So yeah, I really want to connect to a group so that I can actually grow and thrive instead of just existing. So with all these books, I'm very excited that perhaps there's hope for me to change my habits and move forward. So I'm really happy with it. One of my big concerns with connecting with a group is that I'm cautious about developing new friendships and relationships since I suck at sticking around. I am really bad with being a part of something for a while and then just kind of ghosting everyone. I'm out. I have no energy or patience for this, and that's something that I need to work on. Again, I don't quite know how to. A lot of times it's just easier to shut down and isolate. Again, I like to be by myself and isolate way too much, and that's something that I got to change. Yeah, anyway, so those are my thoughts. I highly recommend, I'll put it in the description, the link to the site with the 20 books. I really recommend listening to these books. I think it would be great personal growth for anyone trying to improve themselves, or just anyone in general. It really opens your eyes to where you are in life. Well, should I say any guy trying to, you know what, even if you're a wife or a mom or what have you of someone working through this stuff, and then No More Mr. Nice Guy, he doesn't say, yeah, you're a narcissistic asshole, but kind of some of the phrasing implies that's what you're dealing with, and I think it's really enlightening for people that are going through that stuff. So anyway, give it a read or listen. I prefer listening. It's a lot easier for me. It feels like I can do two things at once since I'm playing a game and listening to a book. So anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I will catch you next time. You guys have a lovely week and day, and I will talk to you later. Adios.